Well, good Friday afternoon to you. Welcome back to Shaving with Fuzzy. I'm Fuzzy. How y'all doing? Friday afternoon, and not a whole lot going on. I found out that my training for my actual new job isn't going to start till Wednesday. That's a whole week from when I really got my credentials straightened out. Well, almost a week. I got them straightened out. But anyway, with the holidays and the weekend and everything, yada, yada, yada. So I'm still doing some fill-in work to make some hours. So I got to go do that here in a little while. And so we got to shave for all that and everything. Come here. Hey, quit chewing on that. Come here. Got a guest in the house. Come here. Come here. Quit chewing on that. Come over here. This is Teddy. Say hey, Teddy. I'm babysitting Teddy, or dog sitting Teddy, or puppy sitting Teddy, whatever you want to call it, for about a week. While some of y'all may know from over at Toast, Agent 007. Also Agent 00 Devon, actually, excuse me, is his screen name. And he's done some of the artwork for me, some of the stuff I use, like the Toasty and some stuff like that. He did the drawings of Stanton Lamarski for me that I showed. Anyway, he's going out of town with family for Christmas, and I'm going to keep Teddy. And if Teddy keeps chewing on my Afghan, I'm going to pull his teeth. No, I'm really not going to do that. Anyway, so on to today's shave. Now that y'all got to meet Teddy. Palmolive shave stick. These things are really underrated, I think. They're cheap, especially, in the UK or Europe or whatever, I guess. I've heard them referred to as cheap as chips. Guess that's cheap. But anyway, the Palmolive, it's got the palm oil extract or whatever, and it's really nice. You get a good face feel. It's good lather. It's got a nice kind of neutral scent. Really good stuff. Now, to that nice neutral scent, I'm going to finish up with Clubman Special Reserve, and there ain't nothing neutral about this. This is the Indiana Jones of aftershaves. The motorcycle, the leather jacket, the tanks, the everything is all mixed in with the Special Reserve there. We're going to use my reknotted Ever-Ready 650 PV that's got the cheap Chinese badger knot in it that I still really like. We're going to use that. And for a razor today, I've had a couple of razors. I mentioned these, I think, last week. A couple of razors that have been loaned out for a while. And Neil, I hope you had a good time with them and enjoyed them. And I enjoyed you getting to use them. So one of the ones that I had was my 1902 Camp Brother Star. And I hope I'm saying that right. But this is one of the ones that the top hinge is open for easy cleaning. It's got the spring guide, so you can use a wedge blade. It's got the blade stop, so you can use a new model blade. So it's either wedge or either or. And the spring on the side adjusts as the wedge would wear down. It adjusts so that you can still use it, and it goes down to the stops and everything's good to go. Instead of having a tab that goes up on the back, it's got this one. It's got this little lever back here, and it comes up and slides up behind the blade to hold it forward. So, and we're going to use a treat blade. It's got a couple of 3 days of shaves on it. I can't remember how many, and I don't mark them, because I know that when I'm shaving and it's not going to make the next shave, I throw it away. That way I don't have to worry about it. Anyway, we get the blade in, make sure it's up against the stops, and we slide the piece up the back. And then, as always, and I don't have my reading glasses in here right this second, but I can feel the corners with my finger. You always want to be sure, like I say, it's behind the stops, and it's tied up against the back here. And this is a fairly ornate little razor. It's really nice. It's got the short metal handle, and the handle is also made so that you could use it with one of the stropping attachments like we were showing the other day. It would work just fine on this handle also. So there we go. That's what we're going to do today. That's the plan anyway. We'll see how the plan goes. Alrighty. Well, I got the box from the Toast Christmas, my part of the Toast Christmas PIF. Mailed off a little while ago. It's on its way to the United Kingdom. And then I mailed off some blades to another feller that was using, if you go to Tri-Blade and you get their single edge blades to try out, I think those are industrial blades and they suck. And I don't know. But everybody that's used the tri-blade blades didn't like them. They suck. Yada yada. So anyway, I sent him some good carbon steel blades. I sent him a pack of treats. And it was in the comment section of one of my other videos, so you may have seen it there. But anyway, fine feller is also a member of Toast. So anyway, I got that mailed today. So I did have a little bit of a productive day after I finally decided to get my lazy bum out of bed. Hello, Teddy. What you doing, Teddy? All right. Just like with all shave sticks, you just kind of have to learn as you use them how much is the right amount to put on. However, there are no points deducted if you put a little too much on. You don't got to worry about it. No big deal. There is no shave stick police. You're not going to get bricks thrown at you for putting too much on. Speaking of bricks, I addressed something I read the other day, and I didn't want to go into somebody else's comment section and go on a rant. Well, not this particular gentleman, but he did a shave, and his thing was that he's just going to use the bloom water to make his lather. He's going to use the bloom water. Why you got bloom water in the first place? Ain't a challenge. And challenge is not blooming the soap and doing it right, using the bloom water. I mean, geez, everybody can use just a cup of water, and you know, ordinary shaver does it all the time. Because he won't fix his sink. He does that just to annoy me. I know this. But he's always using a cup, and it's whatever. And yes, I can do that too. I've been known to have to shave in hotels when that's what you had was the little hotel cup, and I can do it. And do it quite well. But thinking that you're doing something by just using the bloom water. Get a scuttle. And soak your brush in the scuttle the way it's supposed to be done, like one of these old Foleys I've got, or I've got another one that's just a Victorian scuttle. But anyway, get one of those, and then just use the water in the scuttle to lather with. Well, then you're doing something. Just using the bloom water. I'm just going to use the bloom water. You know, you want to bloom something, plant you some flowers. You can keep them inside in the winter. They'll grow. Give them a little sunlight, a little food. And you can bloom all year round right there in your living room if you want to. You know, jeez. Just using the bloom water. Just use the bloom water to, you know, water your flowers, and then grab you a soap that hasn't been bloomed and lather up and go with it. And that's what you need to do right there, I'm telling you. Well, anyway, there we go. My thoughts on just using the bloom water to lather with. You shouldn't have bloom water in the first place. There's got to be a good custom title in there somewhere too. I'll have to think about that. Even though I'm not going to use this feller's name at all. But he is from Canada, and he's kind of distorted. Other than that, I'm not using a name. I'm not going to tell you anything at all. He likes cheese, so I understand. All right, so the 1902. Now, the thing about the 1902, it doesn't have the square frame. It is definitely a lather catcher, and it shaves as good as any of the others. It is an open comb. It's got a really, I've always loved this thing from the first time I shaved with it. This is just an incredible shaving razor. There is nothing particularly aggressive about it. There's nothing overly mild about it. Uh-oh, what are you chewing on? I didn't give you anything to eat. And so it is just a very comfortable, very efficient. Did y'all hear him chomping back there? I don't know what he found. What you got? Drop it. Give me. What you got? Well, whatever it is, he got to it before I got to him, so hopefully it's okay. But it's just a very, very nice, comfortable razor to use. And the fact that it's a 1902 model makes it even better. By golly. Phone call coming in. My preacher buddy. I'll get back with you in a minute. We're shaving, dude. All right. And we'll lather up here for another round. Whew. Love a good shave like this. It just starts the day out. It's going to be down to about the upper 40s, maybe mid 40s by the time I get off shift tonight, so that's not bad at all. Put a little layer on, keep my jacket on when I need it. I've already made me some nice hot coffee for the night for my thermos. And it's the good stuff, same stuff I'm drinking here. This is once again dark roast with chicory with some Kampfe Stae espresso ground mixed in with it. Barks more than you do, Teddy. Yeah, it does. Barks more than you do. All right, who are we gonna go? Getting all this here on. Perfect. All right, now we're gonna go across the grain. Notice we're gonna do a little CWYC. Call when you can. All right. I don't use a whole lot of them there texting acronyms. I use, you know, LOL. But for what you're doing and all that stuff, I use you YMMB sometimes. Your mileage might vary, but I don't really believe that most of the time. I believe most of the time people's mileage varies because they don't have the skill set. They're fighting with technique. That's usually where your mileage varies. Did I just say that? Yes, I did. I did say that indeed. I came up with a saying I was using that says, your mileage may vary, but it probably shouldn't. And that's how it is. You can talk all you want to about different skin types and different beard types and different this and different that. But it all comes down to angle and pressure and a sharp blade and a razor that's not damaged. If you got all that, you can get a shave. It's up to your skill level then. Alrighty. Put it here. And looky there. I wasn't talking to you, Teddy, but you can look too. Alright. I just got Teddy home about an hour ago, so he's still getting used to me. I'm still getting used to him because it's been a long time since there's been a puppy around. And I like puppies. Heck, I like cats. Some people may find that surprising, but I get along with cats just fine. Usually they get along with me. Cats are kind of like me. Leave me alone, pick up with caution. Mood changes like that. Watch out for the claws. Anyway, that's what somebody else has mentioned before. That's not just me saying that. So let's get a little witch hazel on here, which I'm running low on witch hazel also. I should have some more. I wonder what I did. I thought I should have about another half bottle of Dickinson left around here somewhere, and I can't find it. So I'm going to assume I used it and buy some more. That's what we're going to do. All right, touch-up pass with the old 1902 here. Early model Kemp Brothers Star. And I'll say again, if you haven't used one of these, I really, a lather catcher or one of the other, I really recommend it. It's just a tremendous amount of fun. I mean, all these razors shave really well. But there's something about using something that's 116 years old. And according to what I read in weights and all this, I can comfortably date this to 1902. I can say 116 years old. There's some of them that it's between this time and this time, but this one I'm pretty comfortable saying it's about a 1902. So it's about 116 years old. And there's just something about using a razor like that. One of the shaves I'm going to get before the year is out, which means I might do it the next week, right? Is I've got a 1918 model, unmentionable as we would say at Toast, and I want to get a last shave in with it for the year. It's 100th birth year. I've shaved with it a couple times this year, and see what you got now. Well, there goes my phone charger. Didn't take you 30 minutes to get that done. That's what we were chewing on, was the boss's phone charger cord. Are you proud of that? Huh? Yeah. But anyway, whatever I was talking about. Oh yeah, the 1980s. So anyway, there's just something about these old razors and using them and knowing how old they are, and it just makes it special. Now we're using carbon steel blades, so remember, when you use carbon steel blades, you've got to dry them off after use or they're going to rust. And I know some people whine about that, you know, like a baby needs a bottle or something. Not that big an issue, trust me. We'll just take the blade here and get all the soap off of it. And we hold it by the spine. And we take our hand towel, you always got to have a hand towel when you're shaving, I do anyway. And we dry the blade off. And then we stick it to the side, because I usually don't leave it in a... Now this thing opens, so it makes it really easy to clean it. I think that's a pretty neat feature, actually. I like that. So there we go, the 1902. And then, you know, if you want to dip it in alcohol, I've got one of these. I don't know. I know several people have these. It's the Razor Bright Bath here, and I keep alcohol in it. And you can always, when you finish, if you want to give your razor an alcohol bath, you can go right in there. And if you need to, it's got the little hole in the top, and you can just stick it in there. But I don't usually leave them in there that long. But anyway, you can if you need to. So there's today's shave. And a little bit of yapping going on. And Teddy eating my phone charger cord. What the heck? It's only 15 bucks. Why not? You know. Alrighty. We're going to move on, get ready for work, call the preacher back, and get all that done, finish our cleanup. Well, look, y'all have a good day. I'm a little distracted today. I apologize for that, but a lot going on. But I wanted to get a shave in. When people seem to like these vintage razors, and I like shaving with vintage razors, and I like showing people what it looks like shaving with vintage razors. And some really good gear. Palmolive shave stick, cheap. It's not just something that's simple and does the job. It's something that does the job very well. It's cheap. You get great face feel. It's got a pleasant scent. It's slick. It's easy to lather. It's everything you want out of a shave stick. And it's cheap as chips, as I've been told. Well, there you go. That's my thoughts for today. I'm going to finish up my coffee. I'm going to jump in the shower, which y'all don't need that mental picture. And then it's going to be time to get ready for work. So we'll talk to y'all later. Hope things are going good where you are, and that you winding up to Christmas. Getting to be that time. So, bye humbug. And we'll talk to y'all later. Happy shaves.